up to the sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost with Johnny and Mark, a perfect blend of laughter, uniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard, inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day, the morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana.
I got my coffee, I got my dollars, and I'm looking for deals. Am I at the right place?
I say, here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
Bless you, my child. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sister Mary Agnes. You may have heard about me from my friend Cajun Roots reseller, Johnny. I met Johnny many years ago when he was purchasing furniture from Frankie and Johnny's in Louisiana. They were not going to give him credit, and I vouched for him. I said, let him have it with no problem. He's got the dollars. See the special man.
Let him have it with no
You got
problem.
the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.
Hello, I'm Johnny's Dough Girl. I'm here to say subscribe, hit the bell, not my belly button, and share out his shows. Always give him a thumbs up. You can even become a member, buy him a coffee, and follow his other channels like the cooking shows, my favorites, his fur babies, and more. Leave a comment, and when you watch a video, you're showing him your support.
Hi, I was looking for some jewelry. I'm going to be getting married soon. No, I don't have any credit.
Well, here at Cajun Roots Reseller, if you own a fixed income, even if it's on a sale in the Cajun Roots Reseller eBay store, guess what? Send an offer. We'll let you have it with no problem.
Johnny has many auctions, chat shows, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and all are welcome. But there's no drama or negativity tolerated on any of his channels. Now go, child, with my blessings. Watch Cajun Roots Reseller. Love always. Be kind to one another, and have a blessed day.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun Roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it
Hello, good morning, and welcome. How's everybody doing this morning?
Good morning.
It's currently 61 degrees here, and it is raining. Yes.
We're at 53 and it's not raining.
And how was your weekend, Mark?
Johnny, it has been extremely busy.
I hear that. Same here.
Um,
Well, first in the chat today was Regina, and she got a nice little message for us. Let's see. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle.
yes, ma'am.
I like that because that kind of goes in our topic for the day that I got ready for us. I was doing it while the show was being starting, by the way. Did you refresh it?
I did.
It showed up
You
for
didn't
you?
get my message?
No, because I was getting ready to go start and then turn it on here. Okay. And Ellen, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And she's in her other channel, so she came in on both. And Craig, hello, good morning and welcome. And Michael, hello, good morning and welcome. And little
Morning,
Debbie,
Michael.
hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Yeah, we used to that little
Hello,
Debbie.
Debbie.
Yeah. And Miss Denise, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good
Miss
to see you.
D.
It's me, Angie. I enjoyed yesterday morning. I was working and lurking and getting some listings done while listening to Angie's live show yesterday. It was actually pretty cool.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, even Leslie was in the chat. It was nice to see different people yesterday. And Heather, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see
Morning,
you.
Heather.
And baby girl, hello, good morning and
Hey,
welcome.
sweetie.
How are you doing?
Mm.
And Claudette, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Everybody sing hello. Jennifer, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And there's
Morning,
Scarlett.
Jennifer.
Scarlett's dancing on into the chat this morning. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see here. Claudette, Denise, I'm trying to keep my spot. Jimbo's already dropping those links. That's tonight, y'all.
Yes.
Join us. Let's see here. It's me, Angie. Everybody saying hello and dancing. Terry, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome.
Good morning.
Let's see. Jennifer's all of them dropping links already. And Patrick, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? Denise says 59 clear here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. It was 47 degrees this morning. Yeah, when I woke up this morning at 2:20, it was 68 degrees. I was surprised that early. Carol, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Well, I hope everything goes well with your doctor's appointment.
Yes.
He says 5:35, and I'm still already annoyed. Not the best day. Oh, sorry to hear that. Let's see, that's cold for you, Angie. Yeah, that's cold down south. Usually, it's not that cold.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. A little brisk. Amy, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are
Good
you
morning.
doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Everybody saying hello and good morning to each other. Early here. Yes, it sure is. It's good to see you this early in the morning. Let's see here. It's 55 in Arizona. What? Wow. That is a little nippy for y'all in Arizona, isn't it? Well, Mark, how was your weekend and what did you accomplish this weekend? So my day's done. I made you laugh. That's all that matters.
It's Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are friends. We've got lots of friends, but we're friends with a particular estate sale company,
Mm-hmm.
and they were having an auction.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Did you buy them out?
No.
Well, let me ask you,
However,
Michael buy them out.
however, we didn't buy them out. There was so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it this way. The woman collected dolls.
Oh.
Just one thing. She collected dolls.
Uh-huh.
They spent 5 hours just on the dolls. There were two rings going, one outside and one inside. 5 hours of nothing but dolls.
Holy moly.
Um, uh, Steve and Mary had, they thought, enough employees. I ended up working with the cashier,
Mm-hmm.
putting the little tickets in the slots. And I was there for about 6 hours,
Wow.
just putting tickets in slots.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah. So that that blew Saturday, which is okay. I mean, I jump in whenever they need help. It's
Right.
not they don't ask, and I just do it.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, you're right about that, Amy.
we we did not bring any dolls home.
None for
How,
Doug?
however, um, y'all know, I think y'all, well, whether you know or not, I drive a RAV4,
Mhm.
and it was packed. There were like, I think 6 or 7 totes. There were boxes. It just, yeah.
Wow.
So there, that's what I did. That was just Saturday. And we didn't go to Swap and Shop yesterday morning.
Oh no.
It's okay. Uh, I told Michael Sunday morning, I said, "You're not thinking about going." He says, "No, we have enough stuff."
Hello, good morning and welcome. Auntie Mama came in and Al, hello,
Annie
good morning and
Mama. Hi,
welcome.
sweetheart.
And Misty, hello, good morning and
Al.
welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see y'all and welcome. Well, my weekend was Saturday. We were able to do a meetup. Um, Cheryl Stevens and Al, she's in the chat. We met up at TNT Co-ops. Was our first stop, and actually, I got there right at the same time, driving up right behind Al, and so we went in together, kind of showing her the booth and where Mia was, and in our little area. And then she went shopping, and I went to fill up my booth up with some stuff I brought for Saturday. I try to bring stuff there and go there every weekend. Then I'm of course digging around, and while Lou was looking around, I was looking around, and there's this one booth I love going to because she always has these baskets full of little bags of jewelry. And so I always buy at least a couple of things out of her booth, and I did. I got a couple of things that I can definitely make my money back and then some. But I'm on my knees looking through this basket, and I hear my name called. It was Cheryl Stevens coming from behind looking for me. And when I looked up, I said, Cheryl? She said, yeah, Johnny, I can recognize you. And that's how I met up with her in the store this past Saturday. And then after we were done there, we went to another place called Bates. It's like a basement flea market outside, antique mall on the inside, and we had a blast. There was this one room that's always everything is $1 unless you buy 12 pieces. Then it's $10 for 12 pieces. Well, needless to say, Al was finding stuff for me. I was finding stuff for them. And then the next thing you know, I had 3 rounds of 12 items to get my $10 a spot. And I told Cheryl, I said, if you need anything, I'll be glad to share with you. But she found her 12 items too. So Lou racked up, I racked up, and we did pretty good. And then we went to have our lunch at a special little place that we like going to, Hendrick's Tavern. And we had a good time. Got a lot of talking going on and chatting and pictures, and we had a blast. I know I did. I enjoyed it, and
Cool.
looking forward to making a meetup now for them in their area down south. Uh,
We're gonna look that up pretty soon and get that done too. And going back to a different place in their area. Um,
Amy,
that was fun.
I'm going to answer that question. The lady had a booth out at Brass Armadillo. We have one here in Blue Springs. So we brought home lots of glass. Lots of glass. I did find something.
And Jeffrey, hello, good morning, and welcome, and thank you for sharing the sunsets and sunrises that you got on the news the other day. Hetty, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Good to see you.
Johnny, look what I found.
Oh my God, no way.
It's an
Yeah,
Anna Lee with his tag.
Anna Lee,
Yep.
that is just adorable. I've never seen one like that before. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Sounds like a wonderful day. It was. I had a blast. Regina says, I love the brass armadillo. All right,
Regina's
Jeffrey.
going to come see me tomorrow.
Awesome. All right, what did Jeffrey say again? Let's see where it went. I'm taking some time off. Well, do what you got to do, Jeffrey. We'll see you when you come back. Let's see. Jeffrey, I really miss my older brother. I understand. Look at like Johnny just I see that a lot. Um, being we're sharing, I'm going to share something that I picked up this weekend. Only one of the items I'm going to share. The rest of it's going to be on my video for this Sunday. This
Cheryl
Saturday.
made it. Cheryl's here.
Hey,
Good morning, hon.
Cheryl. I'm going to share the story she shared with me. But anyway, this is what I picked up.
Oh,
Look at the handle and the little pieces on the side.
yep.
It is thick too. On the inside, when you look at it, it almost looks like a butterfly.
Now, can I tell you my experience?
Go for it. I love the coloring.
I actually had one of those and it was fake. I'm not saying that one is.
Right.
I don't have it in my hand.
Did
But
it have a sticker on it like that?
it did.
Okay.
But I had to look really close at the sticker. That has just been my experience.
Murano like. But I
Yeah.
did look them up. I did look it up. But most of the listings say Murano like or from Murano, not Murano glass. But yeah, the sticker's there, but yeah.
I'm not trying to be a
No,
Debbie
but
Downer.
actually
I'm
the
just
sticker on it said not Murano when I bought it. The little tag on it did say not Murano.
apparently that was one of the ones that they decided to knock off.
Right. Yeah, and the sticker was worn out like it was old. Pink and blue. Yep. It's got pink, blues, and green. Yeah, pink, blues, and green. Let's see. But again, it's. I'm putting that in my show this weekend. My train sale. I got some more stuff I picked up too, but I'm gonna have all that for the video this Saturday. Glenn, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how
All
are
right,
you?
Glenn.
Yeah, from Murano, not Murano glass. Always say art. Yeah, and that's what actually the title. What I found, it says art glass, Murano style. Yep, that's what I saw a lot of when I saw that particular one. Because it is beautiful, yeah. But again, I'm not going to sell it as Murano glass, because of the fact that what I found. So yeah. Cheryl, do you mind me sharing the story that you and I talked about when we met? I actually have a piece of Murano. It's going to show. up in my video. Okay. A lot of people are super picky about Murano snob. Yeah, but again, I'm not gonna sell it as Murano glass because that's what I found. It's art glass is what they call it. But again, just to let everybody know, for November the 4th, I do have for rapid fire round showcasing of members. I do have a 1:15 and a 3:45 time slot left. If you would like to be on the rapid fire round showcasing of members, those are the only two. Actually, I got 3 slots. I'm sorry. 1:15, 3:45, or 4:45 are the 3 time slots I have left for that auction. And then again on November 29th, if you would like to be on the reseller community shop out, remember that is something that we're doing as a complete reseller. Anybody in the community that would like to take a chance, even if you're in the crafting community or you only do crafting or coins and you do sales and you would like to be part of it, reach out to me. Let me know because I only have 7 slots left of that one for November the 29th. If you would like to do that one, you don't necessarily have to be part of just the reseller community. Anyone can do it. I am on November 4th rapid. Let me see. No, I don't have you down, Ms. Denise. You want the 1:15? Who that for French sale, please? What that for? Huh? Terry, please. You got it. Terry, please elaborate on that statement. I'm not sure what that means. I actually have a piece of Marron I'm going to show in my video. One of my many jobs at wedding. I'll show up in front of your weddings. Really?
Cool.
That is cool. All right, Cheryl. Am I on the November 4th? You are now. That's right. Please don't forget the thumbs up. Sounds like my kind of wedding. Yep. I'm not sure about this statement, Terry. All right, Ms. Denise. You got it. So now I only have 3:45 or 4:45 available for that show. I will take the later spot. You got it. Look at this. I'm liking this. Cool Ranch Dorito. I only have 1 spot left. 3:45. Gotcha, Amy. 3:45 is the only time slot left. Gotcha. So please tell me a little bit more about this. I want 3:40. Oh, all right, Terry. You got it. That fills it up right there. So guess what? December's open. Please email me. Not today. Not right now on the show. Email me for December. Now that November's emptied, I can do December. That's full right now. Only have Marion is always going to be 2:15 every month. So she's got that spot down. Who was that just told me? Terry, right? Yeah, Terry. Uniques. All right. November's filled. Now December, you got to email me for that one. And then I have November 29th, which is the rapid fire round, the reseller community uploaded video. All right, so November's now full. December will be now open. You can email me, please. I got a spot. You got it. Gotcha. Done. You filled it, girl. November, gotcha. Thank y'all very much. That was a quick fill. I like that. All right, we got that one filled. Mark, do you have anything that anybody can apply for your shows that's available?
Not until next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we are booked till the end of the year.
All right. So yeah, and I'm gonna be opening up January for Hump Day on December the 1st. So mark your calendar to email me on December the 1st to start filling up for Hump Day auction for 2026. Yeah, that's when I'm gonna start doing that one. I'll always open up December 1st because I've been booked for a while. Only had 1 cancellation and it was already filled. So yeah, that does fill up pretty fast. And thank y'all. So also, I want to go back to Cheryl and I were talking like after we went into it's called Bates Flea Market and Antique Shop. Sounds like you need to add another sale to your week, Mark.
No, Al, I do not. Thank you very much. No.
Notice how fast he answered you on that one. So I want to be able to share this, and Cheryl said I can. Her and I were talking like as we were waiting for like Al to come out. We were just chilling, and then we went into the little bakery that was upstairs. And she told me a little story that she had some dreams before we even met. On that, she was dreaming that one, when she went to meet me, she didn't think that my beard was real because in her dream, she said it was a different color, and it didn't. Which I guess she realized it wasn't real, and so she said that made her feel a little weird when she went because we didn't know how to. I didn't either because when you meet somebody for the first time, I didn't know what she looked like, but she knew what I did look like. And so it was one of those not awkward but weird ways to meet somebody. And when she told me that, we had both had to laugh because I said, "Well, you can see it's real." So that was some fun little fact story that she told me about her dreams about meeting me. And that's one thing that's great about it too. You want to be able to try to meet up with people. It's amazing on how you build up friendship that way. And we had a
Yep.
fabulous conversation even during our meal. So yeah, that's pretty good too. All right. So as y'all know, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday we do what's called the open. We open the platform for anybody who would like to come on. But first, we'll talk about our topic of the day. So without further ado, let's get into the topic.
Marion
Yes,
has a
Jeffrey.
question.
Yeah, I'm coming to it.
Okay.
Jeffrey, keeping you in my thoughts and prayers. You're always in my thoughts and prayers. No problem.
Yep.
Prayers, yes. Miss Marion, hello, good morning, and welcome. And yes, I did. Cheryl, can you confirm that in the chat? I did make sure to bring it. Yeah, I know we missed you, but we understand you were taking care of some children. So yes, Miss Marion, I did bring it to her, and I did give it to her. Yeah. I made sure that I
Miss Marion's up early.
Yes, she is. So yes, Miss Marion, I did give it to her. So she does have it. Wait, hold on. She said, in my dream, we got to go to Cheryl. All right, she said, yeah, in my dream we had a grayish beard, but a white one. Even handsome and real. Oh, thank you so much and real nice. Well, thank you, Cheryl. And yes, Miss Marion, she did get it. I did make sure to give it to her. That was one of the things I did not leave without, even though I don't live that far from it. But yeah, so good to see you, Miss Marion. And so today's topic, we have a list of things that we always keep in our list of what to do. So our topic of the day is it's never too late to celebrate the small wins, WINS, wins. It's never too late to be celebrated by stop waiting for the big win. Are you stuck in the cycle of I'll be happy when? It's time to stop hiding and hitting the snooze button on the joy of today is that we're diving into the simple, powerful practice of celebrating the small wins, the tiny daily accomplishments that fuel your motivation, build momentum, and actually lead to a huge life change that you're waiting for. Well, we're going to learn how and acknowledge a good workout, a tough conversation, or just to clear out your inbox in the secret weapon of happier, more successful life, no matter where you're starting from. Little things. Like, for example, I had a conversation with somebody the other day in reference to their mailbox was so full that they can't receive mail in their inbox. I keep sending somebody an email, it keeps rejecting it, and I was like, why? I don't know what's happening. Do I have the wrong email? And kind of found out they have a full mailbox and they don't know how to clear out their email. Little things like that can make a big difference when you're waiting on something important. So, Mark, what is your thoughts on today's topic?
Well, true. And I can tell you from personal experience because I just had a message from Google telling me that I needed to upgrade my Google account from free to paying them every month. So
For storage?
the storage, Not
Yeah.
happy about it, but I guess
And you know what you can do though? And basically what's happening is they only allow you so much free space. But what's happening is you have to clear out all your different folders like your spam, your trash. But if you have a lot of videos or emails that have attachments, it's eating up in your storage. So I
so
try to
it's
make
your
sure
fault.
every Saturday, every Sunday, I go through my email and delete things that I don't need anymore, especially if I have them filed or saved on a hard drive. I don't need them sitting in my email. So you do have to at least delete some of those, like photos and files and things like that. Yes, is what's eating. And I don't pay extra for it. I just delete my files that I don't need because I already have them. Oh, thank you, Carol. I'm celebrating my big win at the casino yesterday. Well, you go, Miss Marion. That is awesome. Yes,
Excellent.
I am celebrating the
Morning,
distance
Joanne.
from walking with a walker. That is awesome, Angie.
Excellent,
Congratulations, Angie.
Angie.
Yes. Wishing you never about winning money. I wish it was another one thing. Oh, amazing. Yes, it is. Let's celebrate the fact that I woke up today and did not. Thank you, Patrick. Yes, that is amazing. I love it. Spam. Yep. That could be, yeah, a lot of things are different folders in your email too. Yep. Yep. I've been downloading them into a hard drive and deleting them. Joanne, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Ellen says, I delete daily folders. So, yeah, we have to because they're going to want you to pay extra. No, Jennifer. Yes, indeed. And empty the trash. Yeah, you have to do it on a regular basis. And I do that every Sunday. A lot of times I just go through and delete as much as I can. Yeah, they want you to pay that extra storage. That's all that is. And your Google Cloud, so to speak.
Yeah.
I have that problem with my personal account upstairs on my computer. I got to get to that one too. I have not been good with that one. But I go through it and delete a lot of the older stuff. I woke up this morning with the
Of
halo.
course you
Of
did.
course. So, what are some of the greatest things that you can celebrate that could be small? It don't have to be big. It can be something small. Those are made by walking. Lenore,
Morning,
hello, good
Lenore.
morning, welcome, and how are you doing? Yeah, it's a pain. Yeah, you're right about that, Jennifer. You are right about that. All right, Mark, I'm gonna go ahead and start dropping some links. What do you got going on this week?
Oh, let's see. I'm going to be with you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, tonight, Monday night, Monday afternoon. I'm going to be right here with you for the wind down.
That's right.
And then, wow, Jennifer says
Oh,
she deleted 2,000 emails. It hardly gave me any space back.
check that against you.
Yeah.
20,000, not 2,000, 20,000. That's a lot of emails. Yeah, it's probably
Um,
folders and clouds of pictures and stuff like that. They get you. Trust me.
um, Regina's coming up. Red Arrow Resale's coming up tomorrow. So we're going to have a fun filled day. We're going to go eat at a couple of our favorite places. At least one. Which one do you want to go to, Regina? Um, and then Wednesday morning, I'm going to be with Janice. Make sure you check for video too for deletion.
Yeah. We have a question in the chat by Ellen. I'd like to ask you all how you deal with customers that refuse to fill out the jot form. Don't let them bid. That's how I do it. Now, if it by the end of the show, I give them to the end of the show. If they don't fill it out by the end of the show before we end the show, you don't get your items you bid on. How about you, Mark? How do you deal with that?
I guess I am very fortunate um, that in 4 years, I think I've only had two But that's a great way. If they don't fill out the form or send you an email with their information,
Yeah. Now, also, I have learned, I've only had that happen once, but after the show had ended, they filled out the form or they emailed the person they bought from. I look at it this way: as long as they did that, I'm okay with it because I can get their information if I need it. But 9 times out of 10, everybody filled out the form. I don't have to worry about that.
yeah,
Jennifer says I had to
I
go
really haven't had to worry about it either.
Google Pictures and delete years worth of pictures. Wow. Let's see. Emails take up no space. Right, but it's the pictures and files attached to them. Yeah. Yeah, that builds up after a while. Let's see. Make sure you check your videos for deletion. Yeah. All right. Cheryl says I am going to shop around for a small booth or shelf in a co-op shop together. Get rid of hoarding. Meanwhile, I'm still celebrating meeting Johnny and Robert, and Al still don't know her real name. I kept calling her Lou. So yeah. Um, Al, you might want to help her with that one. Don't space all pictures, videos, and update will eat up the space. Yeah, it's the pictures and file. Yep, and attachments. And you know, Cheryl, that could be fun for you to do too. And you're gonna love it. Yep, I see that. Well, because I was explaining to her the difference between like what I started with. Me and Mia both started with like a bookshelf, and then I went to a bigger bookshelf, and now I'm in a bigger booth. But you always want to start small, no matter where you go. And we had that conversation a couple of weeks ago when Regina came on with us and we talked about different booths and things like that. That's the best way to start. That way, if you have more things or bigger things, you can always go up, but you got to get your feet in the door. And that's, I don't
Yeah, you don't have to start out with the latest and greatest.
No. If you want to buy something, you need the info. Don't give them. That's right. That's right. Don't do it. 710. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, 710.
I'm dealing with the sellers email me asking for buyer's info, and I have to build multiple sellers. So I had to request for 5 buyers info. Wow. Yeah, make sure that that's what I do, but 9 times out of 10, they usually do. I've only had one person, but they emailed me after the show with an email. And you never will. I love it. We had a good time. Oh, Al Luke. That's what I've been saying all the week, the whole time we were together. You don't want to know. It is too confusing. All right. I own a small independent press. I celebrate every single book sale that we get. Awesome. Seen and read. I like that. I don't want to be irresponsible for hunting down. And you should not. That is the buyer's responsibility to make sure and provide you with that information. Everybody's channel is different, but my opinion is if I don't get your information, I only one show I ever had to do that because I didn't get their information, but then they turn around and emailed the buyer, the seller they bought from. Other than that, I told them don't sell it. I don't have the information. That only happened once. We should not have to. If you feel like you want to buy from somebody, it's your responsibility to make sure they have your information. I had somebody I bought from a couple of weeks ago. I thought they had my information because I bought from them before, but they didn't. So I had to resend it to them, which is fine. Yep, start small. That's all you can do. That's true. Yep, I do too. That's what I call the all weekend, the whole day. Well, Craig does it. Some things it does. We're gonna keep on going with that one. It was like I knew. It was like I have known you all. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. And that's how I like to be. You know, what you see here is what you're gonna get in person. Yeah, ain't nothing different in person. Although maybe a little bit more of a sailor sometimes, but yeah, you just never know. All right, so I did drop the link in the chat for anybody who would like to come on up. If you would like to share anything you have going on in promoting your channel, you're more than welcome to do that. Janice, hello, good morning and welcome. She says, we had to do that when we were having guests on our channel. We will tell them that we will share the information. Just part of the host's multiple self. Yeah, and that's one thing too. You have to be able to, like on my channel, what I always say is, I will share information with those on my panel if they don't email the seller. They just give me their screen name and I will supply it. But if that's not, that's to say if they don't do it before the end of the show. Because I give them to the end of the show. When we hit end, if they don't have that information, they will email me. And I don't share it with just anybody. They have to be on my panel. And that's part of hosting a show is your responsibility. If somebody needs that information, then they have to email you as the host. How do you do yours, Mark?
I'm sorry.
We're talking
I
about invoicing.
Well, and I'm glad that you're bringing that up because I just got a reminder to pay an invoice, and I you, when I get an invoice, I pay it immediately. Unfortunately, when I first started, I used a different email, and I very rarely check that email because I switched everything over to the two old guys vintage at gmail.com.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Um, and I apologize for that. Um,
There you go, Janine. That's the best way to cover it.
when I grabbed his hat off the table, actually off the chair, because the table's full. Um, and I will be sending an apology email to one of our friends to say, would you please change my PayPal email address? Um, Once again, I am very fortunate as far as um, when I send out invoices that they're paid. It's been it's been a long time since I've had an issue with nobody paying. If and I go along with Johnny on if somebody is on our show and we're doing a sale, those will be the only people, and we will mention it right then. If if someone needs your information that is on my panel, I will share the information with them. If somebody emails me telling me that they need information on, my first question to them was that on our sale? Because that's a no-no. That's just
Yeah. I'm the same way. And also, Al, that's the same way too. If there's no form, no bids, because after the show, if we don't hear from them, it goes back to they can resell it. And I let them know it right away. Oh, there was only one time that ever happened. Provide all the information. And again, everybody's different. But ever since I've been doing this, and Mark and I know a couple of others, we do share with only those that have been on our panel, and that's or if they bought from our show. There's sometimes
yeah.
some people email me saying, "Do you have so and so's information?" It's like, wait, I've never met that channel. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, no, I don't. That's how I handle it because that's just out
I
of
one
respect.
of the and I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. This is a sticky situation because you will have a seller on a channel with you um, that has these very strict rules about how they want their, you know, they will send invoices out that night and they expect payment within 24 hours or they're going to be blocked. However, when it comes to them getting an invoice, all of a sudden you get an email. Well, I'm a little short right now. Can you hold that till the middle of the week?
Mhm.
A little double standard there, I believe.
That's true, Janine. I feel responsible too. But yeah. Terry, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And again, everybody's different, but Lou made a good point about no information, no bids. Everybody's different, but I look at it this way: if I'm hosting a show or I'm a guest on somebody's channel and you don't give me your information, I will reach out to the host. 9 times out of 10, most of the people in the chat will say, "Can you share my information?" Because they don't want to leave the auction to go fill out a form. I know
Yep.
when I get an email, I know this has happened a couple of times where I've been buying from a particular person, and then all of a sudden I'm getting an email from a different email saying you have an invoice. I politely email them and say, this is not the correct invoice email that I've been given to you to invoice me. Could you please change it? Because I will not be able to pay you through that email. So then I have to resend it to my actual email. And that's happened before. Because when I first started, I always had CajunRootsResell@gmail.com. Always. But for some reason, they got my other email and then they started sending me an invoice there. And it's like, please change it to that other one because I want me to pay it there because I don't have an account for that email on PayPal. I know you can still pay it, but I want everything to come through my business email. Everything
Yep.
goes business because 9 times out of 10, if I'm buying it for a gift or if I'm buying it for reselling, I want it to come through that email because that's my PayPal for that email. How about when someone says they do not buy?
They did not buy something.
You go back, screenshot. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. That's only happened once with me because I will screenshot and write my check and cover it. I feel like you shouldn't be buying on items if you don't have the money. Yep, exactly. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand things happen, but not every invoice. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'm just not as willing to be responsible for buyers. I'm in no way knowing if it was descended to buy it as buy. Yeah, I understand that. But a lot of times I do go back and watch if somebody before you reply to somebody's email, it's like I don't recognize that screen name. I'll go back and watch the video they were on as a guest on mine and see if they were in my chat. And if they weren't, oh nope, I'm sorry, I don't have that information. That is just me. That is how I do things. I'm not going to be held responsible for somebody who was not in my chat. That day anyway. Not about the buyer, it's about
I will be back in just a minute.
and that's true. You have to have that responsibility because you're hosting the show. Again, everybody makes up their own rules, their own decisions, but again, morally and responsibly, I do it. But they have to be on my show for me to do it. I've opted not to give everyone a rent on my local sales. If they're buying from me, they don't have to fill out the form, so I wouldn't have anywhere. Okay. Well, I have encountered that Mark is talking about trying to make a deal post, so we're trying to have a more. Yeah, and a lot of times you have to do that kind of stuff ahead of time too if you're making arrangements for something. Mark, that has happened to me just recently. Sellers require 24-hour payments, but in a few months earlier, they took 30 days to pay on their invoice. Yeah. Now I have seen some channels where if it's your first time buying, you have to pay that day. The invoice goes out that day, you pay that day. After that, you'll get the normal routine when they do their invoice. Everybody's different. You just have to know what they're doing on their, my business email is so old that I had an original YouTube name. Others, everybody's chit-chatting back and forth. I'm going to make sure the reseller on my channel has the best chance of getting paid for. Yeah, I'm the same way. Now, I was a guest on somebody else's show where I had to get that information from them. Come to find out, 3 weeks later, that person who was bidding in the chat, nobody got paid. No invoices got paid. So I'm going to give it one more week, and that's it. Now that YouTube has gone to using handles, if you want to change yours, you have the tutorial on how to do it. If you want to change your handle, here's a tutorial on how to do it. It's super easy. Yeah, it is. It's very. Now remember, once you change, you cannot do it for another 14 days. It's every 14 days. Like some people change their YouTube channel, you got to be careful because you can only do it every 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah, every 14 days. Yeah, we're not babysitting, but again, out of respect, I think Johnny's already made that video. I believe I did. Yes, but that's been a long time ago. Angel Girl, yes, indeed. And again, everybody's different, but I look at this is my opinion. I agree with Janice. It's my channel. I need to be responsible for those that are on my panel. So I feel that I should be able to make sure they get their information so they can get paid. Again, that's just me. Mark, I think, feels the same way, I believe.
Yeah.
And again, everybody's different. We're not babysitting. We're being responsible with those on our panel. And that's just the way I am. That's just me.
We all have reputations.
Yeah. And everybody who's on my panel knows that I will share it immediately. 9 times out of 10 at the end of the show, I'm multitasking when I'm doing the Hum Day auction. If anybody on my panel is emailing me saying I need so and so's information, before it's their time, they already got that information. Before the end of the show, they got it. I mean, that's how fast I work.
Yep.
Always multitask.
And and I will tell you right up front, if you ask for somebody's information on on our Sunday show, you can expect it at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times, like I said, for me, even Mark one day said, "Wow, that was fast." I don't play.
Yeah.
I just don't. That's just the way I am.
You know, I have reached the golden years, and by the time the show is done at 7 o'clock on Sunday night, my brain is fried.
Now, your email to your YouTube channel, you cannot change it. It is tied to that email. But you can change your channel name and handle every 14 days. Yeah. But you can do a secondary email for YouTube. Yeah. And that's how I am because for you, Jennifer, they asked me to. They emailed me and said, "Can you send Jennifer my information?" Boom, it was done. Yep, I'm that way. Because I was watching your show when it happened. I was hosting it. Yeah. Yeah, every 14 days you can change it because I know somebody who changes it every 14 days. I can't keep up with that channel. So yeah,
Hey, Susie.
it can be done. But you're not saying, well, that's kind of crazy all that time. It's not like it's not like this on all channels. No, it's not. Susie, and again, a lot of times not every channel right now has the handle as you chatting. I noticed that this weekend where some channels did and some didn't. I don't know why. It's happening. So yeah. So my suggestion for your handle, make it your channel. That way it's easier for everybody to be able to find you easier in the chats when they see you coming in.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. And you'll see mine is the exact same way. My handle is the same as my channel. Big bonus. You want the sellers that are on your channel to come back because they have fun, so well, etc. and sharing it. Yep, exactly. I want them to feel like family when they're on my channel.
Yep.
Or even in person, when I meet them in person. I feel attacked by Johnny. What? Michael. I guess I'm just not so willing to use the free time. And again, everybody's different. We're not saying it's wrong, but you do what's best for you. I noticed that too. I wish it would. Yeah, and they did that a while back. Mark and I were doing bingo at the time. We noticed it with the handle in the chat. But now, since a week ago on Friday, made a week that they've been doing the handles, and I haven't seen them change it back yet, except for other channels still have regular channel names.
You know, I didn't notice that they changed the handles on our live sale last night.
I understand, Ellen, and everybody's different, but you do what's best for you. Good idea. I couldn't be bothered changing my handle. There is how everyone knows me. I don't want to explain who and why. And that's true. But if you are a channel that is your actual handle is way different than your channel name, I think all these changes they're doing, this may be the new norm with the handles in the chat. Because there's so many changes going on right now that all of them are starting to come out slowly. I hope they go back to the channels, but I'm getting used to people's names as they come in. What you do or not do is totally up to you. Yeah, it's all up to you. There's no right or wrong way. And again, Ellen, we're not picking on you. We're not down on you. You do what you have to do for you, baby. We're not here to tell you what to do. You match with services that are coming out similar on Facebook. Okay. And I look at it this way: if I can help those who are on my channel better by them enjoying the show, doing their sales, and then not having to worry about getting that information, I love doing that. That's just me. And that only takes me a few seconds. Glemos, hello, good morning, and welcome. I recognize
It's 54 degrees here, Glamos.
cleared up on Mark. Yeah, right. You'll be in sweaters soon. I am me. That's right. Yep. Yeah, do what's
Yeah.
best for you and what works for you. That's it. The handle makes sense, making everyone unique. No one of theirs 13 to be 13 Cajun Roots channel. You right about that one. There's only one of me. One. Thank God. Let's see. Glamor's good to see you. 58. Ellen says, I see it a lack of respect for the channel owners and the sellers. You bid, you send your information. Do I this fall, Brad? Yeah, that's true, Ellen. But it is the buyer's responsibility to provide that information. It shouldn't be always on the channel. That's why I always tell everybody in my auctions, please, if you do not email the seller you're buying from and you never did business before, if you don't do it before the end of the show, I will supply that information to them as they need it. That's just the way I run things. But again, you do what's best for you, what you feel comfortable doing. Yeah, you're right about that one too, Scarlett. I post a link on my channel where I got a shout out on Saturday Night Live in a skit. Who did a Saturday Night Live skit? Yeah, you right about that one too. We expect for everyone to be like us, paying 3 seconds. Girl, I paid the minute I get it. I even look. I this past month has finally, and I'm going to admit for the first time that I finally downloaded PayPal app on my phone because I don't want to have to come downstairs to log into this computer to pay an invoice when now I can do it on my phone on that account. So I
You
finally
just now did that?
a month ago. I've never done it on my phone, but because I may be upstairs, or maybe out the house, or maybe somewhere else. So now I said, you know what? I realized this phone did not have PayPal account on it. I didn't have it downloaded. So I downloaded it, did all the verifications. Now I can do it on my phone. I ain't got to come downstairs in the basement to do it. Now when I get an invoice, I can hurry and pay it on my phone. I like that. But yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't. And that's okay, Ellen. We understand, and nothing wrong with it. You could. Ask Johnny, my love. Good morning. Oh, good morning to you too. Susie, Ella,
Oh my.
Ella. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I hear a knock on the door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. And who is that could be? It's none other than, y'all give a big warm welcome, Cajun Roots welcome to none other than the strangers in the night. It's none other than Ella.
Hey,
Hi.
how's the new house or apartment?
Thank you,
Well,
Cheryl. I
there's
have
no,
to say, I've never done it on my phone until about a month ago. I'm not the only one, you see.
it's no longer new, but it's good.
Yeah. Johnny, you are so funny. Can't believe you did. No, I did. I'm just being honest. I don't do that kind of stuff on my phone, but I just started.
I'm with you about You know what? I will get up to come on my laptop to do it because I really don't trust PayPal on my with my phone.
Well, again, I just started, and again, I still do come downstairs. But if I'm in the middle of doing something and I get an invoice, email saying you got an invoice, I'm gonna, I just that's just me. But yes, I finally downloaded on my phone.
Wow.
That's just the way I am. I'm still trying to learn. You know how they say that? Um, Randy, hello, good morning, and welcome. You can always
Hey,
teach an
Randy.
old dog new tricks. Well, yeah, I'm one of those.
Well, I think you have it the other way around. You can't teach an old dog new tricks because he
Well,
will learn.
I finally took the plunge and did it. I've always been leery about it. It's like, you know what? I got all these 3-step, 2-step verification stuff now.
Yes, that's true.
I did it. So, yeah. I don't use PayPal on my app phone. Well, not only that, because now if you're going somewhere, you can now pay on your phone through also with the QR code. So that's why I did it. Because I like to do that too when I'm out and about. I can use it. I do it on what's that other one? Venmo. I do it Venmo now too. So why not? So Ella, do you have any inputs on today's topic that we've been talking about?
Sorry, I just got dressed, cleaned
I
up,
love your blouse, by the way.
and
I
I
know
was
where you
like,
got that
"Oh,
from.
Johnny should still be on. Let me come in and say hello." I don't, sorry,
It's
I
been
didn't.
a minute.
Yeah.
What was the topic?
Well, we did talk
Invoices.
about things about celebrating the small wins, but then it turned into invoices. How do you get somebody to take care of getting information for those who are selling to get their information to send out the invoices?
Oh,
And I
well,
was talking about how some people, and I know you're one of them. I don't call people out, but
yeah,
being you're up here,
you can always call me out.
well, I brought it up because I know you. When you have somebody new in your chat, you basically send them the invoice and say you got to pay that day.
Yes,
After that invoice, then they can pay on your weekly invoices,
yes,
right?
yes. And I've done that last week, and the lady paid, which was good. So it's always when you have new people to just guarantee that they're not going to just bid on things and don't pay because it is frustrating that the stuff is being bid up high, and you know when they don't pay, when you bring it back to auction, you don't get that the value. I think the value of it, just goes down.
That's
Diminished.
how she says it decreases, and she's shrinking down the screen too at the same time.
Yes. And yeah, and then another thing about trying to get information from, if you have people on your panel, trying to get information from them so you can invoice as well. Yeah, you have to contact the um I think the whoever organized that auction.
Buyer should also send in the information to the seller.
Yes.
But we were saying, Mark and I, and some people also, like Janine's and a few others, we always make sure that if anybody's a guest on our channel, we are supplying that information for those who are selling on our channel. That's just
Yeah.
the way we do
Yeah.
it.
I think
Robin,
that's what you
hello,
should
good
do.
Good
morning, and
morning,
welcome.
Robin.
Robin, bye.
I would ask you what you got going on this week, but it could be a whole show in itself. But still, what do you got going on this week, Ella?
I just broke two pallets yesterday and brought some of them in. So I got auction this week, and hopefully I get another pallet on his way. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this week. Same old, same old. I'm on Victoria later today at 12, and then back on my channel Tuesday till Friday. Normal times.
So wait, are you going back to doing your Wednesday morning show?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
still
because I
doing
didn't
my
see a couple of weeks you didn't do it.
I didn't do it because I didn't have inventory.
Oh,
Inventory, we're getting close to Christmas. It's hard to get inventory around this time. So when I could get it, thank God because of the space. I'm just buying when I can get it, and sometimes you just can't get it. So the last couple of weeks I haven't been doing it is because I didn't have inventory, and I have to save a little bit that I have for the Friday and the Saturday. Sorry, and the Friday show, Thursday Friday show. Yeah. So
You know, this is true right here what Al is saying. I have seen some auctions where if you purchase something, you have to send them by PayPal the amount of the item that you won. And then if you purchase anything else, then it automatically will send you the invoice, including the shipping. I've seen that happen before too. But again, it's always what works best for you. What works for somebody else may not work for you. Thank you to
Yeah,
you
that's true.
automatically copying me when someone sends her their information. There you go. But again, everyone's different. So don't base your situation on somebody else. Do what's best for you, whatever makes it work for
When it
you.
works best for you, yeah. Yeah, well, best
Yeah.
for you. I mean,
Also,
I
and
was
that's
on
true.
I was on Whatnot yesterday with Philip Flipper, and he asked me questions about how do I do my invoicing and stuff. Why don't I just commit to Whatnot where I can just pack and sell? And I said, you know what, you if you have policies, which I or some people might call it rules, in place, and remind your buyers, and I think they will keep to it. So if you keep reminding them and let them know this is the policy, um, I think that's what most of us sellers I've noticed. You just go straight into the auction and people buy, but then you're wanting them to pay, but you never told them about your policy or your rules. And so, yeah, you got to make sure you let people know that in the beginning and in the end
Yep.
of the auction, so they whoever is buying know that this is what you know what your rules or your
Oh,
policies are,
I got a
so they
question for
can
you.
keep to it.
Ella, are
Question.
you going to have your community sales again?
Yes, I will be back in the new year with that.
Yeah, that's another thing. It can keep you from getting scammers as buyers. And I've seen people do that. I've watched some channels where if you've never purchased from them before, they ask that you at least send them that sale, the first sale you won, the money through PayPal. And then once that sale's done and you can continuously purchase, they want to make sure they have that connection with you first. And then
Oh.
they say they'll go ahead and send you your invoice and anything else you may have. Now we have
Oh.
people who are just collectors. It's up to you, whatever works best for you. But
Mm.
you got to remember that's not going to be unless they say free shipping, which is very few and far between for sure. Shipping is a killer for me, for customers, and you're a collector. But again, I know you do buy. Everybody buys here and there. And another thing too, I want to mention. I know Terry, you live in the Netherlands, if I remember correctly. A lot of times, there's a lot of people they have to ask, "Do you ship to the Netherlands or do you ship overseas?" You see me, if I have a seller or if it's me and I'm selling something, I will sell to anybody anywhere as long as you pay the invoice. I don't. It doesn't matter to me where you live, but just to remember, the shipping is on your responsibility, not me, because of that. But I am willing to ship anywhere. I have shipped anywhere, so yeah. Yes, it is. LOL. I think these cell phones seems to have more issues. I don't have again. I just, it's the first thing for me, but yeah, it means it's worked for me. Yes, yep. Terry does have live in the Netherlands, but a lot of people don't ship overseas because of having issues, which is understandable. But again, I have to say, Terry is a prime example. No matter whose auction they're in, I'm gonna say there because I'm not sure male or female, so I keep saying they or them. Only because they want to make sure they ask first, do you ship to the Netherlands?
Yeah.
That way they know, okay, I want to buy. Or okay, thank you for letting me know. And does that all the time. In every auction I've ever seen them in. Yeah.
Well, we've had issues in the past where people abroad, okay, like you say, will accept, and we you have to make them understand that the shipping cost, it's gonna be a killer. I mean, you can buy something and say, "Oh, that is reasonable. It's cheaper than what they sell it in the
Thank you.
store." But then when come time to invoice and you see the shipping cost, you turn around and say, "Oh, the shipping cost is too high. I'm sorry. I have to cancel." That is annoying because you should know that you're overseas and the shipping cost is going to be high. It's not going to be cheap. You're not in the same, even shipping cost is high. Just shipping from here to California, it's high. So You got to make them understand. For me, it's like, I used to ship to Canada when people buy from me, but I have to let them know, look, the shipping cost is going to be high. I'm letting you know up front. Do you still want it? And
Well,
they
just
say,
like this
yeah.
morning, I sold something, packed something that's going to Canada, which was interesting because I sold it on Etsy. It was like $27 just to go right out of Canada. So yeah. Ellen, I have to agree with you on this one, but for me, this is the way I do things. If I'm going to someone's auction before they start, 9 times out of 10, I am going to look in the description to see who's on the show.
Mhm.
But I have to say, 9 times out of 10, nothing's in the description bar. So that doesn't always work. But in all my auctions, no matter what I do, everybody's information is in the description bar below, because that way they can look at it before the show starts. That way they can see who's in the show. So if they never communicated with them, I always have their email and their YouTube channel in the description
What
for that reason.
Yeah, what I do if I want to know who's in that auction, even though I come midway in or towards the end, I throw back to the beginning, okay, to see who's on the panel, and then I go back to where
I always do it before.
I do that too. I'm like, okay, who's on this panel? And then I stroll back, see who's on the panel, and then I move forward. Yeah.
Thank you, Terry. I just don't like to assume, but
Mm.
thank you for letting me know. I'm 100% jealous. I can't do it on my phone. I just can't.
I can't either.
Yeah, I just can't. It cost me $80 to send a care package to the UK. What?
Yeah, that's why I don't send stuff to my sister or my siblings in the UK, because I mean, I stopped sending stuff to the UK for like donkey years ago because stuff are just too expensive. Even my sister, she said, I can't send you stuff because it shipping costs for the item alone. I have to pay so much to ship it. So she don't send me and I don't send her. So
Oh, okay. Wow.
Mm.
But I have to say though, Terry is willing to purchase from people on YouTube auctions.
yeah, you're
So
willing to pay the shipping
yeah,
cost, then that's no problem.
I agree with Johnny. I wish people would use them. Yeah, and I use my all every girl. I use that. I use every letter I can use, every space I can use on my description. I need to get better with putting information in my guest. Yeah, and that helps because it's just a habit I've always had, because I always put everybody's, like, even on this show, like with Mark, every morning show, Mark's information is in the description bar below. I'm not just doing my information because he's co-host with me, and I do that on every show for that reason. I want to make sure everybody gets that information, and that's something you want to get into a habit with, because I always look at the description.
Did I
Only
see
time I use
Sherry said she used a magnifying glass?
who did that?
I read it. Sherry said she used a magnifying glass to read.
Oh yeah, on the phone. I
I
use a
saw
magnifying
I
glass.
saw her
Look for
comment
it.
there.
iPad. Okay, that's on the iPad and never the phone. Okay. And again, Terry,
Well, hello, Fluencer.
Influencer. Hello, good morning, and welcome. I'm from India, and here for. Oh, well, thank you for being here. How did you hear about the channel? Thank you for coming on in. Everybody, please give a big warm Cajun Roots. Welcome to Print Fluencer. Hello, good morning, and welcome. I'm glad you were able to come on by. And how did you hear about the channel? What got you to come on by? As a buyer, I appreciate.
The information in the description,
Most of the
yes.
talkers, yes. Let's see, I had no problem shipping. Oh, I don't either.
You got, and let me tell you, people don't even still
Same
read
here.
the description. You can put as many things as you want in that description. People still don't read it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and again, I do go and read it. That's the first thing I look for. Cheryl, hello, good morning and welcome. Crystal, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing, Crystal?
Morning,
I mean, you
Crystal.
can put stuff in the description box on the invoice, and people will still skip that and don't read it and come back to ask you questions. And meanwhile, it's in the description on
And
the invoice.
everybody who gets an invoice from me can honestly say, in the description portion of that item they bought, it will have what show I sold it on and what channel.
I put dates
Always
on mine.
the
I'm
date
not in
and the
every,
channel.
every
Always.
time you come and buy from me, I always put the date you bought, so it's easy for them to say, for me to say, okay, go back on this day. This is what you bought on that day
Yep.
and that day. Yeah,
I
always
put the
put the
show and
date.
the date.
Yeah, show the date in the description. It's easy
Yep.
for them to go back to that day of the auction and watch it.
Exactly. So again, Ella, for those that may not know you, because I do see some new people in here that may not know who you are, tell everybody about you and your channel and what do you have going on this week on during your weekly shows, please.
All right, good to see you guys. My name is Ella. My business name, channel name is Save Here First. And I'll be on Victoria Adventures with Victoria today at 12. And then back in the week, I'll be on my channel, Save Here First. So I sell stuff, I buy liquidation pallets, and that is where I do most of my sell from. I'm gonna be having my whatnot show in November, 1st of November. Hopefully, I don't move it again. So, 1st of November, I'm gonna be having my whatnot show. I did a whatnot with Victoria to sell our stuff. So, but this time I'm gonna be going live on my own. Hopefully, I have Victoria with me just to show me the ropes again. So that's me in a nutshell.
To show you the ropes again for what? I missed that. I was reading the chat.
Oh, whatnot.
Oh, well, I haven't did whatnot in a while. Cheryl, I am the same way. And I know if somebody's gonna be invoicing me, I'm waiting for that
Oh.
invoice.
I do say that on mine. I say that a lot. I tell people, get a notepad, get a note, get a note. Any auction that you're going to be in, write down the name of that auction, the date you were in there, and what you bought. Write it down.
Alicia, hello, good
That's
out morning and welcome.
that's the best thing to do because we're going to different auctions. Always write it down. That way you know what you're getting your invoice for
Yep.
and what.
That's just like going to a regular auction.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to write it down so you know. And then another thing, you also, because we as sellers sometimes we make mistake. Let me tell you, I invoice. I'm on my feet by 7:30. I'm on my feet all day doing my auctions. And then after the auction, I only take 1 hour break to eat something, sit down and relax a bit, and then back on my feet again, doing packing, invoicing all the way till 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Like this last Saturday was 4 o'clock. Then I had to wake up at 8:30, come back in the office and do the rest of the invoice. Didn't finish till 6:10 on Saturday evening. So we too sometimes, I know myself, sometimes I can make one or two mistakes. And I like when people email me and say, "Oh, Ella, my invoice, I think I bought 2 items, but it's showing one, or I bought 3 items and it's showing four." So that way I can go back and look at the list and correct it. Did Ella
That
just admit it? Of course, I always make mistake. Not all the time, but I do sometimes. And that is why I always tell people to take notes,
yeah.
because it's good, because sometimes I might charge somebody and they come back to me, and that's one thing I like about a lot of my sellers. They come back to me and say, "Ella, you didn't invoice me for this, you didn't invoice me for that, could you go check?" And then I look at it and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to put that in," and I put it in. So that's why I say always take notes, compare your notes to your invoice, and if it's correct, that's fine. If it's not correct, contact me and let me know, and I will always adjust it. Simple.
And I'm going to say this. We've been extremely blessed because I would if I miss something, I the customers I will get an email saying, "Mark, I didn't get charged for this."
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
It's
like
good.
a couple of weeks ago, I bought something from somebody, multiple things, and I got the invoice and I went to pay it. And it's like, wait, I know I bought something that was like $35 and it's not on my invoice. I don't want to I need to make sure I get paid for it because it was something I wanted.
Mhm.
And so they corrected it, sent me the update, and I paid it. So yeah, I'd rather be honest up front because I don't want to get an invoice, not even look at it, pay it, and boom, okay, and I get it in here, and it's like, wait, where's the item, the main item I bought?
Mm.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it happens.
it does happen. Sometimes you will forget to pack it and you already invoice because it's on the invoice sheet. You've already written it down. I don't take the item and put it in because I write it down. I do it. And now because I have a different system, nobody's going to say, oh, I forgot to put stuff in the item because right now, because of my biggest place, I have boxes on shelves.
Holy moly, girl!
Yeah, with their name on it. So
She got the big bins.
so yeah, so during the week, if you're buying from me, I just go and it's easy. Oh, Johnny, I go to Johnny's box and I put it in there. So now it's not before when I never had this system. Items used to be all over, and you one will fall into another bucket. And if it's happened to me where I sent something to somebody by mistake and they never admitted getting, I never contacted them. I just said, hey, if you received something that wasn't yours, you didn't pay for it, you didn't buy it, and it didn't say gift from Save Here First, please let me know because it's somebody's item. And they never did tell me. They kept they kept the item for themselves. Now I had to refund that person. But that's why I was always praying to get a bigger space so I can put buckets. Yeah, they're big buckets. I
They're
mean,
them big totes.
Mine is
yeah,
usual.
big
Mine is
totes.
usually the postage that I
This is just
forget.
a medium-sized tote, and I know who buys a lot from me, so they get the biggest one. I know people that buy smaller from me,
I have
so
to say something
they
real
get
quick.
small
As y'all
ones.
saw in the chat earlier, Marianne came in and said, "Did you give Cheryl Stevens her package?" What happened was, even Miss Marion at 88 years old made a mistake and sent me Cheryl's stuff, but with my label on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I, instead of Miss Marion sending it back to Miss Marion with a new label, I said, Miss Marion, I'm going to be meeting up with Cheryl. Instead of you paying for another shipping label, I'll deliver it for you for free.
Yeah,
So I know things happen, but
yeah.
Miss Marion and I spoke together and said, look, I didn't order this, but I know who did. And so we corrected it and it worked together. Things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's not always easy as we think it is because it's a lot of work, especially when you have a lot of people that you're dealing with.
Especially when you have a lot of people at the same name, and sometimes it can't do with you, sometimes it could be a mod. I remember way back at the time, I like people to tell me if it says sold to put the full YouTube name.
Yeah.
There's so many Robin, there's so many Mary, there's so many Anns. If you say sold to Robin, which Robin? And if I don't know and I put Robin and I'm thinking it's Robin Buy and I go send the stuff to Robin Buy and it turn out Robin Buy say, Ella, I never ordered this. And I have to go watch the replay, find out who it actually sold, the right Robin it sold to. And then what I will do is like, okay, Robin, since you have the item, I will send you a label, put it on it, and send it. Just drop it at the post box. I've done that before because probably one, I made a mistake, or the mod that was modding for my channel made that mistake by not writing the full person that bought it and just say sold and just put only their first name. So that's another one. But it's like we all make mistakes. So,
One
as
thing I have to say real quick for you though, you always, and I've always saw you do this, where you don't go by just which Robin. You
yeah,
always say what channel. You look at the channel because you don't go by names like that
I
all the
go
time.
by
You
the
go by the
YouTube
channel name.
name.
I
Yes.
want to talk about this for a minute because Al and I talked about this weekend when we did our meetup. She said she had a seller who put an item that she did not claim in email several times, commenting that on the sale, saying that they doing please check your email. They laughed and said, "Oh, I'll have them terrible about emails." They ended up just canceling the invoice 2 months later. Wow,
Wow.
I would not be going back over there for sure. No, excuse hence they are doing. Yeah,
I so a funny story. When Michael and Denise started doing their show on Wednesdays evening, Michael was giving me just first names.
That
and it's
confused the
like
hell out of you.
So I bet you, did
it's
you make him get there and do it himself?
I did not.
I would have.
I threatened him. I said, "Okay, do you know how many, you know, Cheryls there are? Carol, Robin, Karen." Uh,
And
And
yes.
that was true, Cheryl. It just happened to be, like I told Miss Marion, it just so happened to be a coincidence that I am meeting up with her this past weekend. I'll just bring it to her. Don't worry about another label. That never happens all the time, but it would have been perfect because this time I was. So yeah. I had another positive experience with Ella and Victoria's sale where they split the buyers when they share a pallet. Honestly, I was worried at the first that each time it was going to be okay.
yeah, and that's another thing. It was like, okay, myself and Victoria, we bought a pallet. Now, the pallet got delivered to me. Okay, so instead of splitting the items in the pallet, we were not gonna know how much we're gonna be making from that pallet. So
Right.
the best thing we decide to do is, okay, we're gonna sell the items in mine. Okay, and then we're gonna split it down. So if we made $500 from selling it in my place, we're gonna split the $500 into 250. So what we did, it would be like, okay, little Debbie bought $50 worth. Robin bought $100 worth. And Melinda bought $100 worth. So she said, okay, you know what? I'll take these three people. That's 250. And now I was like, okay, the other 250 were divided in people that bought. I will say I will take that. That was how we came about trying to split the money and split the people. Now, people bought from Victoria and people bought from me that week. So the confusion was like, well, why am I getting two invoices? Wasn't it so from one household? It don't work that way because I cannot pack everything and do everything and invoice everything myself. So because it's Butterfield's palette, we had to split it that way. You bought from Victoria. Victoria, if Victoria took these items to her house, she will have to invoice you, wouldn't she? And so that was it. You bought something from me, so I happen to have your stuff added. So we try to explain to the people during the auction, and still we were getting emails. Okay, so we decided to go live. I decided to go live to explain it. And then Victoria decided to go live again just to explain it. So this second time when we bought a pallet to split together, I said, Victoria, this is what we're going to do. You're going to take some stuff, take it to your place, and sell it. It's our pallet, and I will sell mine. So that's what she did. She took some stuff. Thursday she sold it. Thursday I sold what was here. Okay. What we did, we came together, we split the money. But Friday she was here because I had a lot of the inventory here still. So she had to come here on Friday. So we both sold the item. So what we did again was same thing. We went down and we split for Friday and split it. You know.
Amy's making a good point. She learned this from you, Ella. But I have to say, even though when Amy is on my channel or Ella comes on as a guest, doesn't matter who's on my show, even though I may know that person's first name, I always make sure to emphasize the channel name.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure, because some people know everybody by their name, but again, they want to make sure, because if I'm a guest on somebody's channel, I'm watching the chat anyway. But not everybody does that. So you want to make sure you at least say their channel name,
Yeah.
because some people only deal with people's channel names, and which is a
Yeah.
good thing to get in the hang of, because again, if you're not sure of people's names, the best way and rule of thumb is use their screen name.
Another thing I want to say about using people's screen name is when you ask them to fill out the form, you say, put your YouTube name. Guess what? When now you want to invoice them and you want to put their address, their information in pirate ship, guess what? You're going to use their screen name to do a search because that screen name is unique to them. So you use their screen name and do a search, and their information is going to come up, and you can now copy it from that form and put it in pirate ship.
Well, even with in the chat, like right now, you see we have handles that's
Mm.
showing up in my chat. But when you do that, their channel will also come up. That's why you want to get in the hang of making sure if you see the handle name or the channel name, whatever the case may be, get that channel name because that's how you're going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, because if somebody just says Amy, guess what? There's a whole lot of Amy. If you type Amy in that search bar, I'm telling you, there's going to be a whole lot of Amy come up, and then you can be wondering which one
Yeah.
that you're going to. Just to make it easy, screen name or what they call it, YouTube name. It says Cool Ranch. I just type in Cool Ranch, it will just populate. Cool
Now,
Ranch.
also, what Cheryl's saying here too, that she's gone down that rabbit hole with over 50 million sellers on YouTube. Again, if you are a sloppy reseller on YouTube auctions, I know for a fact there are some channels I don't buy from because I don't have to. I should not have to find and track you down saying where's my invoice.
No.
So to me, that's poor
I've just had to do that, and we are in the third week. I just did that this morning to send somebody an email. I said, please, could you invoice me? Because I bought this item as a giveaway. Somebody wanted a giveaway, and it's like 3 weeks, and I don't want to feel bad. Like the person that won it is waiting for the item, and I was like, I had to tell them in my show, I'm like, I'm so sorry. You probably haven't got the item because they haven't invoiced me yet.
And that happens too.
So
Like in
for
your
me,
case,
I
you
will
do
not
you
be
do
buying from
giveaways.
them again.
Sometimes you do giveaways where you do it at the end of the month, unless they
Yeah.
purchase from you. Right.
Yeah, if you purchase from me, your giveaway will go right in your bin. At the end of the week, you will get it. But if you did not purchase from me at the end of the month, that is when I do all my giveaways. Everybody's giveaways go out at the end of the month.
And again, the reason a lot of us, and I know for a fact, if you pay your invoice with me, as long as it's before 10:30 that day, it's going out that day. Because I wake up so early in the morning, come after 10:30, unless I have not gone to the post office yet, it will not go out that day if it's been after 11 o'clock.
No, that same
I'll
thing
tell
with
you.
me. Like I'm waiting for 3 people to pay me now because I know by 12 o'clock, probably by 11 or so, my UPS guy is gonna be here. My mail lady is gonna be here to pick up all the packages that I've done. So those that haven't paid, they got to 12 o'clock to pay, unless they email me and say, "Oh, Ella, I have an issue." And then if they have an issue, I would say, "Don't worry about it." But if you pay, and if you don't pay by 12 o'clock and you did email me about you're not having no issue, I'm so sorry. That's where my strictness come in. You're not buying from me again. You are blocked. Totally blocked. I don't really have that time.
You know what I think we're going to have to do? I think tonight's subject is going to be about invoicing. How about that for the subject tonight? Huh? Lord Jesus, we can be here all night with this one. I guarantee you.
No.
So guess what? That's our topic for tonight, Mark.
Okay. Is Ella going to be on with us?
That would be great if you can show up. Yeah, because the links could be in the chat, unless she tells me she wants to be on.
Oh, she got a sale to do.
If I can't show up, I'll definitely show up. It's what time?
4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
4 o'clock. Hopefully, it'll be finished by then with Victoria.
And it's true. Communication is a big deal when it
It's
comes to
the key.
invoicing,
Yes.
packaging, shipping. If you don't have that down pat, guess what? You're going to mess your own business up.
Yeah.
I thought it was a wind down. It is wind down. We're going to wind down from getting people. It don't matter. I'm just joking. We don't have to. What's up, Matt? Hello, good morning, and welcome.
Hey.
I remember your name this time. It is wind down, but again, it's about topics that people have questions about. But if you have a topic you would like to know about for the wind down, let us know. We'd be glad to do it. So with that being said, if anybody wants to come on after the show's over, you're more than welcome to. That link is at the top of the chat. And as y'all all know, before we end each and every show, Mark, what do you have going on this week?
Let's see. The wind down tonight that apparently is going to be about invoices, maybe. And then Wednesday, I'm with Janice at 11 Eastern.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
All right, everybody. So as I say before I end each and every show, if you want to come on after the show's over, that link is at the top of the chat. And as I say before I end each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, Later. Peace
Later.
out.
Peace out.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man. See the special man.